Okay, so I have a quick one today because I have to get running, but question for you alphas. Are you going to be defined by a vision of the future, or are you going to be defined by a memory of the past? So every experience we have makes an imprint on the actual neurons in the brain. It actually literally changes our neurological pathways. And it stimulates all five senses, which creates a feeling, and depending on the feeling depends on how we perceive the memory. So for every memory we have, our body creates an emotional response, and that emotional response creates an action. So most of us wake up every day and we start to think about our problems, the things we have going on in our life, and what those problems are connected to, people, places, events, times, which draws us to think in the past. And every one of those memories has an emotional attachment to it. And the emotions are a product of the past. So when you start to engage these memories, you start to feel the emotions associated with them, which is causing you in your current reality to feel anxious or worried or stressed or depressed or unhappy. So thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body. I'm going to say that again so you can let that sink in. Thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body. So how you think and how you feel creates your state of being, who you are. Most of us live in the familiar past. So it makes sense that we're creating the predictable future. So 50% of what we talk about in our past isn't even actually truth. It's just perceived based on emotion, which is why everyone's version of a story or version of the past is different, because it's perceived based on the emotional response that individual had of that past experience. So your body is your subconscious. It is literally mirroring what is going on in your subconscious mind. Your body doesn't actually know the difference between an emotion that's caused by a real event or something that's happening and an emotion that is caused by thought alone. So you can invoke the same emotion from just thinking about an event that you had by actually experiencing the event, and your body doesn't know the difference. So if you keep thinking the same thoughts, your actual biology starts to become hardwired to continue to experience the same emotions or feelings. It becomes this vicious cycle, and it keeps happening until you change the action that follows the thought. And that's where the key is. So we hear it all the time from manifesting gurus and coaches on social media, and it's out there. We always hear, you need to believe it can be you. I say it. I'm pretty sure it's on my Facebook wall. Excuse me. You need to become the version of you that already has the life you desire. You have to be the version of you that lives this dream life, which is true. But the thing that we're missing is how we get there. What's the key? How do we understand that? And you literally need to rewire your brain to change your personality. You need to become familiar with the unfamiliar. Start being familiar with gratitude, wholeness, abundance, freedom. Meditation actually means become familiar with. And you leave behind the emotions of lack and emptiness. Becoming uncomfortable with the opposite, becoming comfortable with the good feelings of fulfillment and wholeness. So your personality, too much coffee. Your personality, your personal reality is built up of how you think, act, and feel, which is intimately connected with your life, which is your personal reality. So how do we change our personality? Figuring out how that personality was formed in the first place. Why did this manifest in your life? How did you create this personality of who you are? Becoming conscious of how you act and speak and feel. You pay attention to your feelings. A good way to do this is journaling. A huge way to take note of how you feel and how you can actually start to take control of the emotions. And it's really cool when you start journaling about how you're feeling. You start to be able to realize how far you've come as you engage all of these new techniques. A new thought should lead to a new choice. A new choice should lead to a new behavior. A new behavior should create a new experience. And a new experience should invoke a new emotion. And the new emotion will teach your body chemically to understand what your mind intellectually already understands. So your body is embodying the truth. So your new emotion is inspiring new thoughts. So the stronger the emotion, the more altered you will feel. Long-term memories are created by the bigger emotional responses. So we want to create big emotional responses to create new action. So where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So when you start to focus your energy on the more positive side, these new positive emotions, your attention and your energy will go that way. I think I said that right. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So by focusing on these good new things, your energy will go there. So when a person decides to be more captivated by a vision of the future over a memory of the past, you are consciously able to create a different decision of where your energy is going. So you trade the negative emotion for an elevated one, and you practice feeling the new elevated emotion. You have to decide what action is going to follow your thoughts. So, are you going to be defined by a vision of the future? Or are you going to be defined by memories of the past? It is up to you. I'm going to share a worksheet in the group on how to kind of process this. It's a lot easier when we see it down on paper. So I'll share that worksheet. It'll be in the guide section. And I encourage you to just look at it, and you can copy it down in your own journal. You can print it out. You can work through it on your own, whatever works for you. Just reminding everybody that this is exactly what we are going to be working on in the Becoming Alpha program when it launches in the beginning of March. I'm already having people join. There's already 2 women in the group. They have taken advantage of the 40% off. So if you're interested in learning more about how we can really just change your life and change these experiences and create that vision of your future instead of you living in memories of the past, book a call with me. Let's jump on a call and see if this is the right thing for you. I am so blessed to be able to have all of you women here, to be able to share my knowledge and share in healing. And I hope you all have an awesome Tuesday. If you need anything, as always, reach out and we'll talk to you soon.